everyone, and welcome back to another airport update of Rhode Island T.F. Green International Airport. I'm very excited for today's update as this is the first airport update I have done in a while. Obviously, if you did not know, I have been taking a 1-month break from airport updates as school has just started and I wanted to focus on school, but they are back now, and I felt kind of bad for leaving you guys in the dark for that long, so I have actually been updating all of my airports with the exception of Newark, which I will talk about in a later video. I've been updating the gate markings and the whole board for all of my airports, and as you can see, the gate markings are now a lot more realistic. I really felt like my old gate markings were just not realistic enough and not detailed enough, so I've tried to make my gate markings more realistic, as you can see there. So yeah, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get straight into this update. Right here, we have a Southwest Boeing 737-800. He's just arrived in from Chicago Midway. Next to him there, we have a Southwest Boeing 737-700, and he's going to be heading out to Fort Lauderdale. Next up there, we have a JetBlue Airbus A320, and he has just arrived in from West Palm Beach. Next up, we have a Delta Connection CRJ-900, and really, I can't really represent a lot of Delta for this airport because their largest route is Atlanta, and that is on the A320s. I don't have an A320, would love to get one, but really the only route I can represent is this route, which is Detroit. So yeah, this CRJ-900 is going to be heading out to Detroit. Got a United Express CRJ-200, and he has just arrived in from Washington Dulles. Next up, we have a United Express Embraer 175, and he is actually going to be heading out to Newark. Interesting to see Newark on the Embraer 175s now. It's always good to see routes expanding, and kind of the most interesting thing about this is I've definitely noticed that Newark, United have been switching most of their operations out of Newark, their express operations, to either the Embraer 170 or the 175. There are very few CRJ and ERJ routes actually out of that airport now, which I find quite interesting. There already weren't that many to begin with. That's part of the reason I chose to do that airport, because I don't have a huge United Express fleet. But it's interesting that they're switching most of those over to the E-Jets. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I wanted to share that. Just pushing out right here, we have an American Eagle CRJ-900, and he's going out to Washington Reagan. Next right here, we have an American Airlines Airbus A320, and he is just preparing to be loaded up with baggage for a flight out to Charlotte. Charlotte has remained pretty consistently on the 320s and 319s, and then obviously a few, I believe, CRJ-900s and Embraer 175s. So it's quite cool to see that Charlotte has remained pretty consistent, but at the moment that is American's only mainline route into this airport. But I'm still glad we have at least one, so it's great to see the A320s coming in here. Just about to push out right here, we have a Frontier Airbus A321 in the Steve the Eagle livery, and he's going out to Orlando. And then finally, for the terminal area right here, we have an Allegiant Airbus A320, and he's going out to Punta Gorda. I don't throw Allegiant in these updates that much, and that's really just because they only have 2 routes out of this airport, so I don't really see much of a reason to throw Allegiant in that much, but I will still occasionally throw an A320 in because they do still have 1 or 2 flights a day out of this airport. Moving on to cargo, right here we have a UPS Boeing 757-200, and he is just getting, as I said, cargo loaded on board for a flight out to Louisville. And now we can get to the most interesting part of today's update. You may be wondering, what is this aircraft doing here? These do not fly here by any means. And this is actually a sports charter. For anyone that doesn't know, Rhode Island is actually the closest airport to the New England Patriots Stadium. So obviously most of the charters are going to come out of here. Actually, the New England Patriots 767-300 is based out of here. Unfortunately, I don't have that model, so I can't represent that. But I can represent other teams' charters coming to play them. So as you can see right here, we have a Delta 767-300, and he is going to be carrying the Buccaneers back to Tampa. That is really just the extent of my sports knowledge. I'm not a sports fan. I do not know that much about sports, but I can still enjoy the charters when they come in. So yeah, everyone, that does conclude our update for today. If you did enjoy, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. I hope you guys do like the new gate markings I've added. I'm pretty proud of them. I think it makes the airport look a lot better. Just gives just a touch of like realism to the airport. Just makes it look overall nicer. But yeah, really excited to get more sports charters over the next few months. Can't wait to see what else comes in here. It's always great to see passenger wide bodies coming into an airport of this size that doesn't normally get them. So yeah, I hope you guys do have an absolutely incredible rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.